Traditionally, the aims of art and science are viewed as being very different, but throughout history, illustration has played a crucial role in conveying scientific knowledge. So please join me, evolutionary biologist and science communicator Dr. Chris Freelance, for this episode of my 5-part series showcasing key examples of where illustration has been key to communicating new knowledge in the natural and medical sciences. Today, we take it as common knowledge that all animals have a life cycle. Take that of insects, the most dominant life forms on the planet. Butterflies lay eggs, caterpillars hatch and grow, they form a pupa, and eventually an adult butterfly emerges. But this wasn't always common knowledge. And the way in which knowledge of insect life cycles was first gleaned and conveyed widely was through the art of illustration. Just 300 years ago, in the early 1700s, the leading theory was that insects formed through spontaneous generation from the matter around them, such as leaves and dirt. Few naturalists were studying insects specifically, so there was little evidence to contradict this now laughable theory. But Maria Sibylla Merian was not just any naturalist. Born in Frankfurt in Germany in 1647, Maria had an interest in insects and reportedly even reared silkworms as an adolescent. Her stepfather, Jacob Marrel, was a painter of still lifes during the Dutch Golden Age, and he trained Maria, making her an accomplished artist as well as a naturalist. As her life progressed, Maria used her considerable artistic skill to convey her novel findings as a naturalist and entomologist. And in addition to observing insects in different life stages, she drew them. These drawings were translated to engraved or etched copper plates to produce prints of her work, which subsequently formed her first book on caterpillars in 1679. And fittingly, the first plate was her beloved silkworms. But this book was just the start. She travelled to Suriname in 1699 to observe and draw tropical insects. And it was here she produced the artworks which featured in her most well-known book, Metamorphosis Insectorum Surinamensium, in 1705. And it was this work that established widely as fact that insects, as with all animals, undergo a predictable life cycle. And her drawings of what she observed in nature provided the evidence. Continuing to inspire many modern natural history illustrators, her works sparked the tradition of illustrating insects with plants like we often see today, a creative decision that she had the luxury to take by virtue of the fact she was making these illustrations of her own accord, rather than having had them specifically commissioned by a third party.
She had decided putting an insect in its environment was what she wanted to show, and so it definitely does add value, I suppose, in terms of educating the average viewer. There's definitely an educational advantage there.
Given how the insights she illustrated revolutionised the understanding of insect life cycles, it is unsurprising that Sir David Attenborough has described her as one of history's most significant contributors to entomology, the study of insects. And while making the works aesthetically pleasing, her approach of depicting animals in compositions that include the surrounding features of their natural environment made significant contributions to using art to help portray and understand the ecology of species.
An illustrator choosing to illustrate species within their natural environment is going to definitely educate the viewer, either consciously or unconsciously, about how things are all very interconnected ecologically, which of course they are.
And ecological insights aside, Maria's biological illustrations are simply very beautiful to behold.